Hi, welcome back to another episode of trying art supplies from weird places. Last time, I took on the challenge of the discount store Ross Dress for Less, and that was kind of a bust. And even more recently, I tried art supplies from Shein.com. That was an even bigger bust. So this is how big it is compared to the picture from what it showed. And today I'm taking this challenge to the next level because today I am going to be trying art supplies from the hardware store. I feel like this one is probably going to be the hardest challenge yet because, to be quite honest with you, I know virtually nothing about tools and wood and tile. Like, all I'm saying is that the only thing that I ever buy personally at the hardware store is plants. So depending on whatever I find today, I'm gonna try to make either a painting or a drawing. It just depends on what they have. And before we get this party started, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. And also, real quick before we get into it, I wanna give a shout out to one of my internet buddies, Jordan Shrinks. She's always such a sweetheart. She sent me one of her new journals from her new tarot collection, and they're so absolutely just chef kiss. The inside is dotted pages, so you can basically do and create whatever you want with the journal. It's ethically made in Europe out of all vegan recycled materials, and I'm not getting paid, and I don't think that she even knows that I'm gonna be talking about it on YouTube, but I genuinely just want to support her business. I'll leave a link in the description box down below. And again, shout out to you, Jordan. You went off, girl. And with that being said, let's go see what the hardware store has to offer.
G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza.
Do I look like I build? Cause I don't. Okay, I'm back. The very first thing that I'm gonna need is a canvas. Now, obviously, the hardware store, they're not gonna have blank canvases. So what I found instead is a really cheap, good replacement. I found a piece of wood. Believe it or not, in the art community, it's very popular to use wood instead of canvas for your paintings. And this is a triple layer piece of wood. It's kind of thick. It's completely smooth on the top, which is almost exactly what they sell at the craft store for triple the price. And not just that, but I love the smell of freshly cut wood. Now, even though I've chosen my canvas, it's not ready to go. Wood is a very porous surface. It can get damaged very easily. Paint can flick off it. I mean, the list goes on and on and on about the downsides of painting on wood. Normally what you would do is go in with some gesso, but obviously the hardware store, they ain't got no gesso. But unbelievably, I found this Bullseye 123 primer for all surfaces. It seals odors, blocks stains, it's a pure white color, and it even says in the back that this can be used directly on wood. So yeah, to start this off, let's go prime this bad boy. Dude, this is like perfectly smooth right now. It's sprayed so evenly that the surface of this sounds like straight up ASMR. So now that I have my canvas, she's ready, she's primed. This leads me to the next step of my painting process, drawing my outline. As far as writing utensils goes, Lowe's had it on lock. Guys, look at all this stuff they have. They have like regular pencils, they have like weird crayon things. They have so much. I don't know which one to get. I mean, they had literally every type of writing utensil under the sun. But I didn't want to get just like the normal, everyday, boring stuff because you guys have seen me use that stuff thousands of times at this point. I ended up picking up some graphite carpenter pencils. Carpenter pencils are obviously way different than just a regular pencil. They have a much thicker lead than a regular pencil, and the reason they're flat is so they don't roll away. And I kind of hold like a special like little heart for these because these always remind me of my dad. My dad makes the coolest stuff with wood, and he always has one of these. Okay, so now that I got the canvas down, I got it primed, I got the outline down. Now this leads me to the main event. Now this is where it starts to get very interesting because they had a lot of options,
but not in the way you'd think.
Obviously, they have a ginormous variety of house painting brushes. Huge variety, every single size you can work with. I was thinking that I'm gonna be here with this ginormous brush painting on this tiny little canvas.
What am I gonna do? This is gonna be too hard to do. I'm gonna make a really bad piece of artwork.
But it turns out that Lowe's actually has, and I still can't believe I'm saying this, but they actually have regular craft brushes. Just looking at these, I can tell you already that these are going to be absolute terrible quality, and I'm pretty sure these are literally the ones you can get at the dollar store. But that's okay because... Hi, editing me here. For some reason, I didn't finish the sentence. I just got on my phone and then turned off the camera. But what I was gonna say is that I'm happy in general that they have painter's brushes. Like, I don't care about the quality, I'm just happy they have them. Now for these next items, these ones are more typical of what you'd see at the hardware store, and that of course is regular paintbrushes. I ended up picking out 3 different house brushes. We got a standard 2-inch and a standard 1-inch. And I also picked up this brush. Now this looks like just a regular ordinary brush like the other 2, but what makes this so interesting to me is how this is like completely solid. Because it's so stiff, it gives you so much control about where the paint is gonna go exactly on your canvas. And I also picked up, I don't know, just in case like none of the other brushes work, I also picked up this foam brush. It was only like 50 cents. And the scraper tool, which looks like something that Bob Ross would use. Now, the moment that everybody, I feel like, has all been waiting for. What am I gonna paint with? Oh God, okay. I feel like everybody pretty much got the gist of what I'm gonna be painting with. And that, of course, is straight up house paint. Obviously, it's no secret that Lowe's has endless color selection. But what I ended up doing was picking the colors that are as close to primaries as possible. And one thing I like about these is all the fun color names that these have. For example, this one's not just yellow, this one is Golden Spell. This one's not red, it's Cut Ruby. Lastly, Brown Velvet. And the colors of these are incredible. I didn't expect them to be so pigmented at all. In fact, I thought it was gonna be the exact opposite. So now that you've seen all my painting supplies from the hardware store, let's actually get to painting.
I'm saying let's go. You're saying maybe. Let's find a disco. You're stuck at home being so lazy. Hey. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. I can see you buzzing like you can't say no. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Come move your body.
Oh God, it's all the hairs stuck in the painting for me. Yeah, as expected, those brushes were absolutely
Terrible quality.
but that's okay because again, at least the hardware store even just has craft brushes for me to work with, you know what I'm saying? And as far as painting with house paint, it was
It was
literally exactly like using gouache. And if you don't know what gouache is, it's kind of like a weird hybrid between a watercolor and acrylic paint. It's kind of like the mid-tier between that. And literally I was getting some like Vietnam flashbacks because that's exactly what this paint reminded me of. Now I still have one last step to do with this painting. And that's the final step, which is to add in the fine details. And I wasn't too sure how this was gonna pan out because like I said, I've never used house paint to make artwork before. So I ended up buying 2 things. The first one are these lumber wax crayons, which these worked really cool, but I'm not gonna be able to use them for this video. And what I'm gonna use instead are these industrial strength Sharpies. Now these Sharpies are insane. They go on metal, wood, PVC, concrete. It's water, fade, smear resistant. They withstand heat up to 500 degrees. And just all around, it looks like and it works like just like a regular Sharpie, except way more badass. And with that being said, here is the final artwork. Well, there you guys go. That was me taking on the challenge of painting with stuff from the hardware store. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I'll leave all my links to all my social medias down in the description box down below. Don't forget to check out Jordan's theme because I'm so happy and proud of her. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day, happy drawing, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye.